Hey everyone, it's Kimmy from the Thrifter Sisters, and I am going to do a what sold video for you today. I have some kind of exciting news that I wanted to share. I had one of my best weeks in a very, very long time. If you are new to the channel, I've been doing this on and off for over 10 years now. And of course there's been, kids and all kinds of things along the way, but I just had one of my best weeks ever, just over $1,000 in sales and in 1 week's time. And that was really exciting. So woo woo, I'm excited about that. And so in this video, I will show you some of my better sales within the last week here from about the beginning of March, and kind of tell you what sold and what it sold for. So if you are new, there's actually 3 of us on this channel. We are 3 sisters. We thrift and resell online for profit. I list and sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. So I'm going to get into it here and show you what I sold. So this was a really nice Pendleton open front blazer. I picked it up at the bins. And so I paid $1 for it, and it sold for $17.97. And so that makes my profit about $11, $12. That was a little bit less than what I wanted for that item. However, I was doing a kind of end of winter sale on blazers, cardigans, and sweaters. So that might be something you want to think about right now. We're kind of at the end of winter, and so it might be a good time to try to move some of that inventory. So this next sale here is actually a bundle on eBay, which is a little bit unusual for me, but it was 2 items that were basically the same, but just in different colors. So they were Wrangler Pearl Snap button-down shirts. I found these at my local thrift store. They were $1.50 a piece, so I paid $3. And together in a bundle price, this customer paid $42 for them. They sold for $21 a piece. And so my profit there is $30, and that was a really great bundle and really good sale. I do love those Pearl Snap shirts. This next sale was actually one of my recent haul videos, and I said, look at this print, y'all. It's so pretty. And so this was a Land's End paisley print swim skirt, and I do like picking up swimwear because most of the time in the store it's super, super expensive. So I love the print on this. I got it at the bins, so I paid 75 cents, and this sold within a week for $25. So my profit there is about $20, and so that was a really great sale as well. This next sale, I had a ton of offers on this really pretty 1X ruffle layer, kind of like a flare boho top. I almost kept it for myself because it was so cute, but I did end up selling it. I bought it at the bins. It was 75 cents, and it sold for $24. So there, my profit is $18, and honestly, that blouse was super cute, so I hope that customer loved that. This sale was just an okay sale, and, I had found this Calvin Klein Romper jumpsuit. It had a new with tags of $118. I was honestly hoping to get a little bit more, but that's okay. I've sold 3 rompers in the last week. I think we're getting to that spring time period where people are going to start pulling out those types of things. So it sold for $22.47. So that was okay. And I was okay with that sale. My profit there was about $12. This next sale is actually another Land's End swimsuit bottom. This was like a magenta size 12 swimsuit skirt. I found it at the bins. I sold it for $13, so my profit there is about $9. I also sold my thrifter sister, Chrissy. I told her that this sold really, really quickly. She gave it to me at our last Goodwill Bins trip. It was a plus size, new with tags, 4X. It was only Old Navy, but she gave that to me and said, hey, do you want to sell this? I paid 50 cents. It was a lightweight blouse, and I got a ton of offers within hours of listing this, and it's just Old Navy. So, that goes to show that sometimes, even just the simplest but items can draw a lot of attention. And so I settled on $13 for this item. I only paid 50 cents and my sister literally handed it to me. And so my profit there was about $9. This also was in my last haul video. These are a size of men's 34 BKE Jake jeans. My last haul video, I found 5 or 6 different pairs of these types of jeans. They sold really quickly. I picked them up at the bins for $1 and they sold for $25 in less than a week. So again, my profit there is, just under 20 bucks. I sold these pink Victoria's Secrets yoga leggings. I had picked up a couple pair, and I know pink, it doesn't go for a ton of money. So if it's high priced at the thrift store, it's probably not worth it for the most part. But I got these at the bins. They were 50 cents and they sold for $15 in about a month. So fairly quickly, and my profit was about $10. And if you watched my sales videos, that's kind of my goal, 10, 15, 20, 10, 15. And I kind of just stack on those sales, and that's my profit, of course. And I'm happy with that. So that was about $10 profit. I sold this, the brand was just Indigo Palms, which I really wasn't too familiar with. It was a men's shirt. The reason why I picked this up at the bins was because it's linen. And we were right getting into that beachy, start of spring, vacation, spring break time. So it's an excellent time to pick up these types of items. I paid 50 cents. It sold pretty quickly within a month for $15. And again, that was a $10 profit. This was also in my last haul video. This Victoria's Secrets 38 Double D Unlined Demi bra. And so at the bins especially, bras are so inexpensive. This cost me $0.25 and it was in great condition, and I sold it within a week for $20. So my profit there is a solid $15, $16, and it sold very quickly. So that was a great sale. Here's one of these other rompers. Like I said, I've sold 3 in the last week or so. This one was a vintage, it was a vintage size small Sherry Martin animal print romper. I did pay up for this a little bit at my local thrift because I'm always trying to learn new things and learn new brands or styles. And so I think what I learned here was that rompers are good for maybe spring, summer, and fall. Because it did sit for a little bit, and I paid $6 for this, and that was a little bit more, but it did sell for $24.97. So my profit is still about $15, and so that's great. This was also in one of my last haul videos. I showed you guys this plus size 4X, really pretty purple floral print dress. And it was purple and it had this bright floral print. I really loved it. I picked it up at the bins. It cost $1 and it sold in less than 2 weeks. It might have only been a week, for $25. So again, my profit is about $18. That's my profit, and I think that's great. So another really great sale there. I sold 2 actually of these men's big size 4X Cattleman. They're again that pearl snap shirt in a larger size, and I picked these both up at the bins. So they cost me, together probably about $1.50, and I sold them for $36 to the same customer plus shipping. So that was a really great sale. My profit's about $28 on those 2 items. And so for me, that's excellent. And, they were really nice pearl, button snap shirts in kind of like a Western, theme. So hopefully, the customer really likes it. I thought they were really nice. So, again, here is an item that not a lot of people would pick up. This is a Lularoe. The print was really bold. And when I listed this, I was like, ooh, was this a little bit too bright? But, I'm kind of plain. Look at me. I'm in like a tan sweatshirt. But it's a really pretty, bright spring print. It was a new tag, size 3X Lularoe. It's called the Julia dress. I don't pick up the Lularoe leggings, but I do occasionally pick up some of their different styles, their jeans, their dresses, their cardigans, that type of thing. So I paid 75 cents and I sold this for $19.95. So my profit is $14 there. Here is this last romper here. It's again a vintage. The brand was Joan Walters. It you know, it says bright cobalt blue. It had the shoulder pads and everything. I paid up for it for $6. It only sold for 20 bucks. Sometimes vintage sizing can be a little bit difficult, but you know, I still made $10 off of it. And you know, again, the rompers, you know, this must be a really good time for rompers. So, you know, something to keep in mind there. This next sale I got at the bins. It's a size medium, J. Jill, wherever top. I paid 50 cents for this top and it sold within 24 hours for $15. So I might have been able to hold out for a little bit more, but that's okay with me. I made $10 off of it and sold it very quickly, 50 cents to $10 in profit. You know, for me, you know, that's great. And yes, my hair does always look like this. I say that in every video. I'm so sorry. Okay. This next is actually a Torrid women's plus size 6X, which is, you know, on the bigger size for Torrid. It was a like neon pink blazer, really bright, pretty. I did get this at the bins as well. And so I paid $1 and I sold it for $20. We negotiated back and forth a little bit. And yeah, we settled on $20. So my profit again is about $15 there. I just did a little haul video that included this men's size XL Mac Weldon cashmere. I take that from the Fi Resellers. There's someone I watch. You should check them out. Cashmere sweater. So I did pay $5 for this sweater, but it was a wool and cashmere blend. And I looked up the brand and it looked like a good find in the store. And so this sold in less than a month. And so I paid $5 and it sold for $30. So, you know, my profit is $18. And it sold pretty quickly. And so, you know, I was happy with that too. So that was a really good sale. You know, I picked this up at the bins too, and I wasn't very familiar with this brand. It's a women's size XL. The brand is 41 Hawthorne. It was a pretty purple Henley blouse. I picked up the bins for 50 cents and I sold it for $15. Actually pretty quickly for a brand I didn't know. And so that's again $10 in profit and a pretty, you know, pretty quick flip. You know, I've mentioned before, I can, you know, I'm a little bit slower on the listing as far as how many I can get per hour. I have ADD and it's just hard for me to concentrate sometimes. So I usually can get between 5 and 7 listed in an hour. And so if I'm making $10 to $15 of profit per that hour, you know, per those items, you know, if I list 5 items, that would be $50 in that hour of profit, you know, of what I've listed. Hopefully that makes sense. But that's kind of how I think about it. You know, if I can get 5 or 7 things listed, you know, with $10 to $15 in profit, that's, for me, that's good. I'm good with that. So, this next item, it sat for a little while, but it sold for a good price. So sometimes, you know, I'm okay with things sitting for a few more months before I discount them if, you know, if they eventually do sell, right? So this sat for about 6 months. It's a size medium tailbots. It's a really pretty paisley print. I love this print. And it sold for $24.95. So my profit is about $18 there. And, you know, Tailbots is a solid brand for me. The print was really pretty. It's a nice dress shirt. You know, in store, that shirt would sell for $60 to $80, you know, so I'm okay with that too. And my last eBay sale here is a Chico's. It was 100% silk, super lightweight blouse. And I got a ton of offers, a ton of interest in this Chico's blouse. And I don't pick up Chico's all the time, but since it was 100% silk and had this really pretty print, I did pick it up at the bins. It was 50 cents. And so after a whole lot of different offers, I got some low balls. I settled on $13, so my profit is $10 on that item. Lightweight, easy to store, moved within less than a month. So I was okay with that too. So those were some of my best eBay sales. eBay is, I would say, about 70% of what I sell, and then Poshmark and Mercari, you know, it might even be 75% actually. I haven't really run those numbers lately, but so eBay is the majority of my sales, and then Poshmark, you know, definitely helps. I don't do as well as on Poshmark as other people, and I think maybe that might be because a lot of my items aren't, you know, super high end or luxury type of items. I do find quality, not all of my items are quality and in great condition. What I mean is, like, I don't find a lot of like things that retail for $200, $300, $400. So, you know, I have a lot of what more people would call bread and butter, and that's just the way my biz works. And, you know, my profit still pays those bills, right? So that is a-okay. I just have a couple Poshmark sales here. This first one is something I found at the Goodwill outlet. It's a Woolrich 100% cotton Hawaiian shirt, but it said made in Peru, which I thought was kind of unique. And so I did pick it up. I paid 75 cents for it. It sold for $18. So, you know, I made $12 on that sale. This next sale is kind of an oversized sweater. It was super oversized, but very comfortable. Size 20, 22 plus size from Loft. It was a pullover sweater. I picked up bins. I paid $1 and it sold for $17. So again, you know, I made $12 in profit there. I also sold, I should have probably kept this for me. I did like this. This was a women's plus size Torrid activewear sweater. It was kind of, you know, just your basic piece, but on the back it had some really cute, like, just like button details. But I did find it at the bins. It was $1 and I sold it for $24. And look, she only ordered it a couple days ago and I already have 5-star reviews. So that's awesome. And so, you know, my profit there is about $15, and that's excellent for me. I like making $15, $20. That's perfect. This also already has a 5-star review, and it only sold 5 days ago. So USPS must be moving. This is a pair of those, you know, I had found a bunch of silver and BKE jeans at the bins. So this is a size 33, which is a great size. Silver Suki. You know, bootcut jean, and they're known for a lot of like heavy stitching and button pockets, and so they really have some really nice details. And retail in store, they're very expensive, $80 to $100, even sometimes more. So these sold very quickly for $29. I paid $1, so my profit there is $23. So that's a great flip for me, and really it's still a really great value for the customer. Just a few here left. I had found this coat at the Goodwill bins, and I was a little reluctant to get it because it's so heavy. So the Goodwill bins, you pay by the pound, and this was a 100% wool men's coat. It was a size large. The brand is Cardinal of Canada, and it said luxury, like luxury sport or something on the inside tag. So, and of course, a big coat like that, a big heavy coat, takes up a lot of space in my bins for storage. So sometimes I'm a little reluctant, but I picked it up and I paid $5 for it because it was super heavy. And it sold on Poshmark for $49. And it literally came in underneath that Poshmark shipping weight. It was like 4 pounds, 12 ounces. It was like right there. But so that's a great sale. It was $5 at the Goodwill bins. It sold for $49. So, you know, my profit was $35 off of this coat. And so for me, that's an excellent sale. I sold these pair of Jones, New York, plus size 22W. They were a pair of dress pants in blue. They sold for $24. And I paid $1. So again, my profit, you know, is about $18 there. I also sold this really pretty ruffle tank. This did sit a while, and it's a size 16W, which for me is kind of one of those sizes that sometimes sits for a while. It's like in between an extra large and then like when you get to plus size. But it did sell for $24. I actually picked this up at a local thrift store for $1.50 and it sold for $24. So again, my profit is, you know, $18. And it's a really pretty dress shirt. So, you know, a dress tank. It had these beautiful ruffles. And so I hope she really likes that. The next sale, my thrifter sister, Stephanie, had talked about Joe's jeans. This pair did sit a little bit longer, maybe because they're boot cut. I'm not sure, but it was Joe's jeans, size 29, honey fit, boot cut. They did sell for $24 though, but they did sit a while. So, you know, but I still made, you know, $18 off of them. And so that was great. And I also did really well on these Youth Girls Miss Me jeans. I almost let them behind because they were a kid size. But I did pick them up at the bins and I paid $1 and they sold for $20. These also got a ton of action for being youth girl sizing. I was kind of surprised. But I paid $1. They sold for $20. So my profit is $15 on those. So, I also thought that was a great sale. So, you know, those were mainly some of my, you know, higher priced or, you know, type of items. I did sell a couple things on Mercari here. I'll throw up a couple pictures. This 4XLT Columbia, I found it at the bins. I paid, you know, 75 cents. It sold for 20 bucks. And so I made $15. I also found these at the bins. These size 8, they were super frayed at the end. Women's jeans, excuse me. And I sold those for $24 as well. You know, there was a couple. Mercari's kind of my filler. It's 5 to 10% of my sales. I've talked about it before. Sometimes I'm not sure if it's worth cross-posting on there. I have tried to cross-post on Facebook Marketplace, but it's not gone very well for me. But I know it does well for my sister and for a lot of other people. So yeah, so, you know, that was exciting for me to get back. I'm kind of getting back into the groove thanks to my thrifter sisters and a lot of resellers and other, you know, influencers on YouTube and Instagram that help influence me get back into the groove. And so I hit, you know, a great $1,000 in sales, and that's awesome for me. And so hopefully I can keep that momentum up. My sister, Stephanie, she's like really cranking those tires. So I got to keep up with her. So that's it. Hopefully, you know, if you guys like, you know, our videos, and if you like reselling or thrifting, or you just like what we're picking up, or if you want to support a couple sisters just trying to make a few dollars to pay for that gas, please consider liking and subscribing. We really appreciate it. And we do love connecting. When we get a comment, it's like, it makes my whole day. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys really soon. Bye-bye.